Hola chicos, aquí estamos en un nuevo video por el canal de Call of Duty Black Ops 3 de las radios de Dr. MONTY que están por el mapa de GOROD KROVI. Solo quería avisarles de que unas radios están en español y otras en inglés, solo porque en otros países, idiomas diferentes se escuchan muy bugueadas, y para que podáis entender todo puse unos subtítulos. Espero que les guste el video. Adiós, nos vemos en el siguiente.
Observando. He visto todas y cada una de vuestras fechorías. Sé quién sois. El universo al completo está roto, fracturado. Y una parte nada despreciable la tenéis vosotros, payasos. ¿Y sabéis qué? Vais a arreglarlo. Mirad, vosotros haced lo de siempre, prestad atención a radios y demás. Yo os ayudaré cuando pueda.
Hello? Testing, testing, Do you hear me? Testing, testing. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing all this. I'm almost 100% certain that you can hear me. Not fanny about. Okay. Where best to start? The universe is big. Really big. So try to imagine the biggest thing that you can, and then you're way off. It's a million, billion, trillion, zillion times than that. Actually, don't worry about the size. Fucking huge. We'll just leave it at that. More important than its humongous proportions is the fact that the universe is a living, breathing, ever-changing, existing across time and space. With me so far? All right. So you've got this big changing tiles, and you shatter it with a hammer, a metaphorical hammer, and it cracks and splinters into a million other universes, all coexisting at the same time. Do you have any idea how difficult that is to keep track of? I may be omnipotent, but I can't be everywhere. Now, entirely up to me, you numbskulls will be the last people I would entrust with this, but due to factors outside my control, you're all I've got. I know there's a lot going on. I know it's a lot, but they're usually unstable right now. And things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. Craziest thing, I will try to give you all some one-on-one time. Some old-fashioned TLC. Do this right, and everything will be okay. Keep Nikolai Belinsky. Can't be easy for you. Knowing what happened in Stalingrad. You'll be hard-pushed to find any historian who wouldn't list this in the top 10 all-time most horrible events in human history. Even without the you may not have lived it, Nikolai, but you never forgot. No matter how hard you tried, you just didn't talk about it. I don't get that about you people sometimes. Sense only upon the things that are talked about. If it isn't said, it didn't happen. There are certain things that you can't ever change, Nikolai. All I ask is that you do the right thing. The right thing for the one. All right, Tank. I'm going to need you to trust me, okay? You've done really, really well so far, but I think it's going to be easier if I just talk you through something. Let's be honest, you don't really know who you are, do you? You've been bouncing around time and space for years, yelling all sorts of obscenities. And by the way, your language is fucking disgraceful. You should wash it out with soap. Anyway, we'll talk again soon and I'll explain everything. Just give a little time to deck my flowcharts. Right, where were we, Tank? Actually, more to the point, where are you? Are you up to speed? Do you know exactly what you're doing? Or is the 115 delusion so bad you're still calling in field reports, even though no one is listening? Sorry, that's unfair. Every word you said always were. So, I'm kind of surprised that you've gone along with him this far. Didn't you absolutely despise him at one point? Anyway, keep it close. He's up to something. Takeo Masaki. Those wounds are fresh, aren't they? The bitter sting of betrayal. The absolute collapse of the singular belief that has been the driving force in your life as long as you can. Now, Takeo. What do you do as being pulled out from under your feet? What you do, Takeo. You do what you've always done. You fight. Only difference is that you do it for yourself, not for some misplaced sense of duty or honor. So, besides the changes to your own outlook, have you noticed a change in Richthofen? Dempsey? Well, I'm not trying to stir things up, but does it seem to you like the two of them may be scheming between themselves? I have to admit something, Edward. Something I've never, ever had to admit to anyone before. It's really quite embarrassing. You ready? Here it is. I don't understand, matey. I don't understand a single thing about what makes you tick. You are the closest thing to an absolute distillation of obtuse obstructionism and unparalleled maniacal chaos in human form as it is possible to imagine. Look, I know you've had a lot to deal with. I know how hard you've been trying, but I really can't be sure exactly why. I mean, it's not as if you owe Maxis anything. Is it? I don't know. Maybe some of the paranoia is starting to rub off on me. But let me tell you this, my little German friend. I've got my eye on you. Maxis, he was the first. The vessel you constructed for him back in World War somehow shielded him from the influence of 5. He portal between the worlds and, well, that's where and when shit really went tits up. The world within the world got turned upside down and inside out. You can imagine such a thing. Anyway, it was around then that I was step in. Samatha. Oh boy. You ever heard the phrase, hell hath no fury woman scorned? Well, that fury is even worse with a little girl, especially one as confused as that poor child is. She really didn't get much of a chance, did she? Right out of the gate, she was thrown into this madness before she could ever figure out exactly who she was. Still, that's all ancient history now. She's safe in the house. Okay. Here's a quick cheat sheet. You all fought in World War I. Whoopee! You were badass heroes. That was true. That happened. Later, some other versions of you ended up as lab rats in some crazy World War II experiments. Experiments that were a bit, kind of, not that smart. Your memories were mostly erased, and you just counted time and space, oblivious to your past and future actions. You know how people say that every snowflake is unique? That every single one is an individual or one-of-a-kind, irrefutable evidence of the miracles of Mother Nature? Well, it's not true. Snowflakes aren't all that unique. There are really only about 12 different designs. The point I'm making is one-of-a-kind snowflakes. You were fragmented across a multitude of different realities, but each and every one is basically the same. You're all the liar, the braggart, the drunk, The one who didn't know what he had until it was the good soldier. Never disobeyed orders, never broke protocol, still kicked ass all the same. Loyal servant. A warrior out of time, too late or born too early. Honor bound to dying traditions. The man-child, broken and twisted by a life burdened with knowledge. Living like a soul who is perpetually drunk. You need to stop thinking eternals, old and new. It's not like that. When you look in the mirror, it's still, if you crack that mirror, you see multiple reflections. It doesn't mean you've actually multiplied, does it? Honestly, I'm not sure why I'm trying to explain it. Shit's fucked. You see, the thing is, I'm meant to stay on the sidelines, not really supposed to get involved. Free will and all that stuff. Oh, that was my idea, by the way. However, I do now and then that makes me go, ooh, that's not good. The thing is, all I can really do is give things a little of a seed, plant an idea, see what sticks. Where do you think all these magic weapon boxes come from? The chalk drawings on the wall, the magic ammo drops, the gumball machines. Do I need to go on, or do you get the message? I just hope you appreciate it.
Muy bien. Nikolai, Dempsey, Takeo. Os estoy hablando solo a vosotros. Richtofen no puede oírme. Más probablemente esté a lo suyo. Como siempre, supongo. La buena noticia es que ya casi habéis terminado. Muy pronto llegará el momento de venir a la casa. Este plan a gran escala. Muchas cosas han dependido de Richtofen. Antes de alcanzaros, se pasó años viajando, buscando las versiones adecuadas de vosotros. Las que tenían la llave para cerrar las otras dimensiones. Creo que a estas alturas ya sabéis lo que conlleva. La cosa es que actualmente se ha convertido en una especie de carga. Lleva siglos en la casa. Pero no le digáis nada. De todas formas, todo cobrará sentido cuando lleguéis aquí. ¿Ya lo ves? En serio, todo saldrá bien. ¡Oh, mierda! Se me olvidó completamente presentarme. Soy el doctor Monty. Hola, encantado de veros a todos.